Okay. All right. Well, welcome everybody to our Monday night team Transformers Talk. I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys. My name is Jules Kilker. I think I know all of you, but I put together this PowerPoint presentation for the Bear Creek, which is up in Pennsylvania regional, a couple years ago. And actually, at the time, I had just had my second child. So I didn't have three children yet, which I do now. I have three children. They are ages 5, 2, and 1. I have to think so hard because I can't remember. But they're 5, 2, and 1. And I find myself saying a lot, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm so busy. And to me, that's it can be a negative way of thinking. And what I know to be true is that when I start saying things like my schedule is full, or I design my life the way I want it, or using different adjectives, I find myself more at peace throughout my day. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about how I have learned to balance busy and what I believe has helped me over the course of, the last 5 years since I started having kids. Has allowed me to put joy back into my business. And when I deviate from these principles that I've learned, I find myself being frustrated and tired and maybe discouraged more with my Juice Plus business. And so I'm hoping that what I can pass on to you guys tonight can maybe excite you a little bit more to do Juice Plus if you're feeling that way. If you're not, these are still going to be good principles for you. So let me share my screen so you guys can see, excuse me, my presentation here. Okay. So when I started this presentation, I looked up the definition of the word busy, and obviously the adjective is what most of us think busy is: having a great deal to do, occupied, engaged, involved, employed, working, right? So that's pretty much all of us. But the verb of busy is to keep occupied, is really just to absorb, engross, immerse. She busied herself with her new home. I thought the same word, two very distinct meanings. And I want to be busy, having a great deal to do, not just keeping myself occupied. And busy people may get things done, but mission-driven people get things done with purpose. And I want to talk to you guys about how to shape busy into productive. I don't know if you guys use the word busy a lot, but you probably, if you don't, hear it a lot when you talk to somebody. If you invite them to go to maybe a Juice Plus presentation or maybe the movies or whatever, I'm just too busy. I'm too busy. I can't do that right now. So having a great deal to do is actually a good thing. We're supposed to have a great deal to do. And I just want to tell you guys that it's never going to be all completed. And so just remember that at the end of the day, there's always going to be extra things to do. However, you can feel productive at the end of each day. So the first thing I'm going to encourage you to do is schedule it. My iPhone, I'm holding up my iPhone. I schedule everything in my iPhone. If you guys don't know how to do this, hopefully you guys can see. If you have an iPhone, you just press this bottom button and I'll say something like this: schedule a meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. with Kristen.
Which Kristen?
And so it'll ask me which Kristen in my contacts. I pick the one, and that's it. I'm never typing stuff in. I'm pressing the Siri button and I'm saying, remind me to call Tony tomorrow. Schedule that I have to do the team talk Monday at 9 p.m. So I'm constantly just pressing the Siri button, talking into my phone and telling her what to schedule. So scheduling doesn't have to be hard. If you use a paper calendar, if you use your phone, whatever you use, as soon as you write it down, you can actually, studies have shown that once you write it down, your mind can focus on something else. So until you write it down or schedule it, you may be constantly worrying about something. So maybe you have to fix the leaky faucet in your bathroom and it's been 3 weeks. and you haven't written it down, and then it never gets done and it's always in your head. So scheduling it. Create lists. This is really important too if you go grocery shopping. I think it's really important to create your list and not just go to the grocery store willy-nilly. Same thing in our Juice Plus business. It's important to create lists for our customers, who we need to follow up with. The company does this for us, who we need to call next. Create lists for prospects. I have a whiteboard back here that has who is my dream team, who are prospective customers. I'm always looking at that so I know who to contact. My husband likes to tell me this a lot, but slow down. Sometimes you have to slow down to go fast. And I think I learned this the hard way. For a long time, I just wanted to go, 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 go. I like to share my story, get customers. That's what I do. But sometimes you need to slow down, and there's a missing link in your productivity. You may not be getting team members. You may not be turning your customers into raving fans. Slow down, stop telling your story, figure out what the missing link is. Are you not confident enough? Are you not talking about the business enough? Are you not, doing the right things that will help you grow your business? Because we know this business is a self-growth journey, and we know that there's certain things that we need to learn along the way. So sometimes we need to slow down to learn those things. And it's okay, because guess what? There's 8 billion people on the planet. There's always going to be people to talk to. So don't worry. You're still going to get customers. You're still going to get team members or whatever it is you're good at. But make sure that we're taking some time to learn the things that we need to learn. Make a plan and stick to the plan. So as a quote unquote stay-at-home mom, I don't really have a schedule and a plan. And a lot of times when that happens, I don't have a plan for my day. My kids start to run my day, and one will say, I want to go to the park, and one will start crying and say, I want to go to the pool. And I find myself in a fight with my kids because there's no plan. And what I've learned is when there's a plan and it's fair for everybody, then the day goes so much smoother. Well, whether you have small kids or not, when you make a plan and stick to your plan, you run your day. The day does not run you. And that is the goal in life and in our Juice Plus business. So just make sure whatever your days look like, and I know they look different every day for me, and so they may look different every day for you, but you can have chunks of time. Like, I know I'm going to the gym in the morning. I know I'm eating lunch at some point. I know I'm doing this. And you can have, free time. Like, this is our free time. We can do whatever we want. So if you're kind of like a free spirit, like I am, you need that. So that's okay to have that, but it's also really important that you have blocks and chunks of time that are part of your plan. Okay, this is really huge. Eliminate distractions. I'm going to talk about this actually in the next slide, but distractions can be everywhere. And the number one distraction is our phone or social media for most of us. So I'll talk about that next. Control your time. So a lot of times when we are doing something, because we're Juice Plus distributors, we have a lot of autonomy and a lot of freedom in our business, right? So I would go to coffee or lunch with a prospective team member, prospective customer, and I would be there for 2 or 3 hours just talking because I was having such a great time and I was getting to know them and I was building relationships. And that stuff is important. But what I've learned from Eric Worre is that you are in high demand, whether you are or whether you're not. That's how you have to think. So you have to say, I only have an hour. Even if you have 3 hours, you only have an hour to talk with them. And guess what? People want more of what they can't have. So if you're just kind of sitting there for 3 hours, word vomiting all over your prospective customer or team member, that sometimes is not a good thing. You tell them you only have an hour. And then guess what you do for the other 2 hours that you don't have anything to do? You get more prospective team members or more prospective customers. Be proactive, not reactive. So some things are urgent and some things are important. I have a great example because something happened actually today, and it was urgent in my Juice Plus business. A customer had, this was a team member's customer. Her child had a rash, and she thought it was because of the Juice Plus. And it started becoming one of those things that in my stomach, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to fix this right now, right? It seems like an important thing to do, but it wasn't important. It was urgent. And I was being reactive, and I was reacting to the situation, and I was working on it while I was trying to fix my kids' lunch, while I was trying to put them down for bed. It could have been handled in about a 5 to 10 minute time period when I had no other distractions going on, but it took a 2 to 3 hour time period of my morning. And it was interesting. I was doing this talk today, and I was looking back, and I was thinking, that was not an important matter. That was an urgent matter. And we have to take care of the important things first and take care of the urgent things in chunks of time. My nap time, when the kids go down for nap, that's my urgent time. That's when I can take care of things that are urgent. And so I have to know to put that on the back burner and come back to it when I have time. And then the DMO. So you guys, the DMO, the DMO is how I grew my business. If you're not doing it, you just have to do it. And I'll talk about that later too. Okay, so let's talk about minimizing distractions. Studies find that an interruption in your work can lead to an average of 25 minutes to get back to the task at hand. This is huge. When you guys are doing message blitzing and you're sitting at your computer and you set a timer for 30 minutes. I love setting timers. I love knowing, okay, I'm just going to message for 30 minutes. Not only does it make me feel not less overwhelmed, but it's a good practice because you're running your day. So I'm message blitzing for 30 minutes. I'm on Facebook and I'm messaging 15 people about the shred. Guess what? As I'm messaging them, people are messaging me back, or I might get a text from a friend. So I was trying to message 15 people, but I only got to 7 because I'm answering people as they're messaging me back, or I'm answering my text from my friends. So important that whenever you guys sit down to do what you're going to do, stay focused and do the task at hand. Come back to the messages at a different time. I'm going to set 30 minutes to message people, and then I'm going to set 30 minutes tomorrow to respond to them because their responses are urgent. They're not important. Remember, we're just sharing fruits and vegetables in a capsule. We're not stopping nuclear missiles or anything. So it can wait. It can wait until tomorrow for the most part. Okay, obviously all of this stuff is, there's some gray areas there. So to minimize distractions, what do I do? Well, set the tone of your day first. For me, it's a devotional, it's quiet time. I hate waking up when my kids wake up. It's a bad habit I've gotten into because I used to wake up, during the night. And so I just kind of slept when I could sleep. But now they're all sleeping through the night and I need to be getting up before they get up. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not that great at it, but I need it. And when I do get up before them, changes the whole tone of my day. And I know Tony's on here. She does the same thing. And I know she feels the same way. I really haven't talked to anybody who does not get up early and doesn't feel better about their day. Devotional prayer, whatever you guys do, gratitude. Oh, I wanted to read you guys something. Hold on. Okay. I'm doing a Bible study by Max Lucado called Anxious for Nothing. And I did not bookmark this. I hope I can find it right away. If not, I'll just put it in the Facebook group or something. But he talks about how gratitude is here it is. Okay, I'm going to read this to you guys. Gratitude is the greatest of virtues. Studies have linked the emotion with a variety of positive effects. Grateful people tend to be more empathetic and forgiving of others. People who keep a gratitude journal are more likely to have a positive outlook on life. Grateful individuals demonstrate less envy, materialism, and self-centeredness. Gratitude improves self-esteem and enhances relationships. quality of sleep, and longevity. If it came in a pill form, gratitude would be deemed the miracle cure. It's no wonder then that God's anxiety therapy includes a large, delightful dollop of gratitude. Okay, so what Juice Plus can do for our health, gratitude can do for our business. Just remember that. Be present. So whatever you're doing, be there. This is something that I struggle with, and that, again, I think is very important. But sometimes when my kids are playing, I'm not there with them. I'm checking Facebook or I'm checking Voxer. When I'm present with them, they behave better. I feel better. And the day seems to go smoother. And then when I'm doing my Juice Plus work, I'm more focused. I'm getting things done faster. And my responses to people are so much better than when I'm responding to people with my kids or while I'm trying to do something else. And then Eat That Frog, that's a book by Brian Tracy that I love. And basically, the principle is that you want to do the thing first that's kind of the yuckiest. Like if you don't want to call this customer back who their kid has a rash and you're afraid she's going to cancel Juice Plus and she just ordered, that's what you should do first, because it will bug you all day long. So do the things first that you really don't want to. Okay, the DMO. If you guys haven't looked at this or you don't know what this is, it's on the Mission Driven model. You can print it out. I think what I have found, I've been doing Juice Plus for a long time, 9 years, is that everybody has a different DMO. The most important thing is that you're doing something daily and consistently, sharing with new people every week. It doesn't have to be 2 new people every day, but if it can be 10 new people a week, your business will grow. Sharing with new people, following up with those people, talking to your customers, talking to your team members, having events, 3-way calls, checking social media, check Voxer, personal growth. This is like a systematic equation to grow your business. If your business isn't growing and you're frustrated, are you doing the DMO? If you are, we have to look at some other self-growth things. If you're not, do the DMO, and I promise you, you will see your business grow. So you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. So it's one simple change. It's not just for our health, it's for our business. Bridget Graham talked about this because she learned it at, I think, the Bear Creek Regional this year. But, take one thing. Maybe this seems a little overwhelming to you. Take one thing. Maybe you're going to start a grateful gratitude journal. Do that first. Maybe you're going to start your DMO. Do that first. You don't have to make tons of changes, because I'll tell you, I've learned a lot of these tips and tricks over the past 5 years. They haven't been something I learned in one day and I put them all into place. And I'll also be honest with you, I struggle with them. I struggle with different things at different seasons, and I don't do them all perfectly, but I work on them. And I don't even know how to, oh, there we are. Okay. Let me get back to full screen. Okay. I work on them. And I know when I have deviated and strayed from these principles, because me and my husband are fighting about my Juice Plus business and about the time it's taking away from my family. I know because my kids are acting out and they're being difficult and they're not letting me work. I know because I'm not satisfied in my Juice Plus business and I'm not happy. I know when I am doing all these things because I'm excited. I'm excited about the future, because the days don't seem as long as they used to. And I'm putting the kids to bed and I still have energy left over to do Juice Plus. And I know if I'm doing Juice Plus all day, I don't feel like that. By the end of the day, I want to just go to bed. So I hope that some of this spoke to you guys, and I'm going to take you guys off of mute so that if you guys have any questions or any tips, I'm constantly learning from everybody else. So if you guys have anything that you want to share, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me unmute you. Okay, you're all unmuted. So you're going to the bathroom, mute yourself. So just share anything if you want to share.
Great job, Jules.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Jules, that was awesome. I love that some of these tricks, as you call them, and tips are straight out of Eric Worre, really. Especially when you suggested that we don't do them all at once, and he said take one skill, do that one skill, and plan to review.
Yeah.
Plan that skill out, do it, and then review. Okay, how could I do that better? Instead of trying to do everything at once. I thought that was excellent.
Yes. Yeah, that's so important. I mean, could you imagine if we told everybody to eat more whole foods, exercise more, drink more water, go to yoga more, and like all the things that you need to do to be healthy at once? I tell people as a personal trainer, that was the number one reason people fail, is to try to change too many things at once. And so I think we have to remember that in our business. I think that most of us on this call, if you're listening, you probably want to grow your business. And you might not be where you want to be right now. And I think that it's just important that we have to take one step at a time and just work on one thing at a time and trust the process, enjoy the journey. All right, you guys are super quiet. It's not this quiet when Sharon does it. Everybody's talking. Well, that's all I have for you guys tonight. So we ended early, so now everybody can go work on their DMO.
Well, it was very helpful for me because I tend to feel overwhelmed just with everything in life that, all my responsibilities and, working full-time job, being single mom and everything. So I tend to be overwhelmed and then not move at all because I haven't really planned it, or I don't know where to start. So it was very helpful to think about, okay, I know there are 10 things that I really need to do, but maybe I can get good at doing one thing and be forgiving of myself. So thank you.
100%. Yes.
Yeah, I think it was real good. I'd learned a lot of stuff and some other things, but it was good to hear it again.
Yeah. Well, that me too. I mean, it's like, I didn't say anything you guys don't already know, but sometimes it's just good to hear it and get back. I mean, we were talking in my Bible study last week. There's like 10 of us girls, we're all addicted to our phones. When we hit a stop sign, we're all checking Facebook. When we get home, we're playing with our kids and looking at the text messages. It's going to become a big problem. Our kids are watching us, and when we're trying to have a conversation with them, when they're teenagers and they're looking at their phone, they're going to do what we do. We have to learn, when is, there's a time for everything. There's a time for social media. There's a time for Voxer. It shouldn't be anything goes all day, every day. Whether you have small kids or not, it shouldn't be like that. It should be chunks, blocks of time, for those special activities. And I promise you'll be more focused and you'll be a better distributor. You'll be a better mom. You'll be a better friend. You'll be a better coworker if you do that. Okay. Cool. Anything else? No. All right, let me end the recording.